Let's get it. I had to start it off like that, man. Come on now. First off, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash. Yahweh is the true name of the living God of Israel. Yahweh Shai is the true name of the one that everyone ignorantly called Jesus. Reason is because the letter J was created in 1524. The Bible, the holy book, right? It is way older than 1524, so we know his name couldn't have been Jesus, right? The proper way that you say it is Yahweh Shai, right? And Rakakwadash is the proper way that you say Holy Spirit in the Paleo-Hebrew. Second and foremost, I want to pay homage to all the great kings, prophets, seers, and priests that came before me in your previous lifetimes, giving you guys the same game then that I am doing for you today in your modern day lifetime. You understand me? Gotta pay homage to those great men. Yeah, you feel me? I had to start the lesson off like that, man, because today we gonna talk about being enlisted inside of the army of the Lord, right? I've been talking about the draft, and wartime, and we are in a time of war, and the draft is a real thing that is going to happen, right? Because we are in World War III, right? Everybody can basically feel it. You can play around with it, but you feel it, right? The Lord hit me, because I had another lesson I was going to do that I really did yesterday, but he didn't allow me to put it out. He wanted this lesson right here done. So I was like, I didn't even know I was going to do this lesson. I didn't know what I was going to speak on today. But, man, today, when he woke me up, I headed to the store, you know what I'm saying, and there had some YNs standing outside, right, and one of the YNs was like, man, say on, it's crazy, I'm onk right now, it's crazy, all of us millennials right now, we onk, and auntie, you heard me, that shit crazy as hell. We were just YNs the other day, you know what I'm saying, he say on, I say, what's down, little one? He say, I got some of that gas on there if you need some of that gas. So when he said that, you hear me, the Spirit of the Lord, the angel that be with me, he possessed my body at that moment of time. You feel me? And I really had like an out-of-body experience, because I jumped out and I seen myself, right? But it wasn't me. It was the angel of the Lord, possessing me. And I could see, the angel of the Lord through my vessel look at him and tell him, well, really ask him, are you ready? So little one look like ready for what, right? And the other YNs around him, right, they looking, like ready for what? I'm like, oh shit. Fuck, what the fuck? So the angel of the Lord like, you ready for the draft? You ready to get drafted? So little one was like, drafted for what? Right? Show you the mind frame of these YNs, they don't know what's going on, right? So the angel of the Lord told the military draft, you about to go to Iran. You on your way to Iran right now. Matter of fact, that herb that you trying to sell me, you might as well smoke it, because you gonna need it. That might be one of your last blunts. So I'm like, oh shit, these little YNs about to fuck me up. But I'm outside of my body. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking, I'm like, oh shit. What the fuck is going on? So I'm looking at the other little YNs, right? One of the YNs, he had a blunt. He put that bitch out. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, man, the angel of the Lord got some power, goddamn it. Shit. Let me watch this shit. So Lil was like, man, I ain't going to no war, man. I ain't going to fight. So the angel of the Lord looked at him and said, well, you niggas don't want to fight in the army of the Lord, so guess what? God gonna send you overseas. You still gonna be soldiers, you just not gonna be his soldiers. So the YN is looking. So the angel of the Lord jumped out of me, jumped in school that was leaning on the truck, and I'm looking, I'm like, what the fuck going on? So when the angel of the Lord jumped in school say, yeah, you know I sure seen, you know on the news yesterday, they gonna see you boys over there. I say, what the fuck? So now the YNs and them looking like, damn, school done said something about the shit, man. This shit crazy, man. That's how they looking. So at that moment, I'm looking at school, I'm looking at them, and all of a sudden I feel me jump back off in my body, right? And I'm like, oh shit, how the fuck I'm supposed to talk to these YN? So I'm looking, I'm like, but look, bro, y'all good though, bro. You know, now I'm back me. Y'all good, bro, don't worry about it. You know, y'all gonna be all right. And I proceeded to walk in the store. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck, how the fuck am I gonna walk back outside like this, man? Face these little YNs, you understand me? So the angel of the Lord like, man, fuck them. You already on SR. You don't know you a general. You already in general mode. I'm like, no, man, I'm not, man. I'm not in general mode, man. Why the fuck is you steady coming at me like that? I'm not a general. You understand me? I don't even know what the fuck. I'm like, man, I'm trying to be at peace. You understand me? So bam, I walked out the store. The YN standing there, they just standing there looking like, man, Lil one ain't even light the blunt back up. So I'm looking, I'm like, man, y'all stay blessed, man. Y'all have a good one. I get back in my car, you know, ain't nobody respond back to me. So I get back in my car, you know, I'm rolling out. So the angel of the Lord mad with me. He going off on me. See, this the shit I be talking about with you. You denying your calling. I'm like, man, look, I don't know what you talking about. So bam, as I'm driving, he throw a video in my mind, right? My boy Pome, shout out to Pome, man. P-O-M-E, y'all go check his music out, man. Pome, man, real one, man. I first met Pome. I was doing Uber rideshare. Before I started the Uber Eats shit, I was doing the Uber rideshare, and I had to pick Pome up. That's how I met Pome. So Pome got in my car. So I was on SR at that time anyway. You feel me? When Pome got in, so I'm about like 3 months in at that moment. So I picked up on Pome's spirit, because when you on SR, you just, I don't know, you intuitive, you sensitive to everything and everyone around you, right? And I went to running into Pome about SR. So when I told Pome about SR, Pome was like, bro, you know what? Man, I somewhat did that in the military. So I was like, you was in the military, bro? He was like, yeah. He was like, man, when I went through boot camp, you know, they don't let you have sex. You can't watch no porn. You can't eat no junk food. You know, you ain't none of that. None of that going on. He was like, I didn't understand why. He was like, but listening to you, I understand why now. You giving me the scientific explanation behind why the military made us do that. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even know the military, you know, was doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? And he proceeded, he told me, he was like, bro, they put us in a room. And the drill sergeant, you know, walked around and told us, we're breaking the civilian out of you. By the time we get done with you guys, all of you gonna be soldiers. And I was like, oh shit. So bam, I jumped out that tree and stuff, and I shook as I'm driving. I'm like, man, what that got to do with me? Angel of the Lord like, man, you just don't know. You a general. Think you found semen retention on your own? No. No. You think you doing these videos on your own? No. You a general. You in the army of the Lord. I was like, man, look, I don't know, man. I ain't. You look, man. Look, man. I'm not that perfect like that, you feel me? You understand me? That's too much weight anyway. So the angel of the Lord hit me again. Bam, threw me in another trance. I seen another video in my mind playing. I've seen me, right? And I'm doing security on this bus, right? For the homeless people, right? And I remember my driver, David, right? I remember all the homeless people getting on, and I'm looking at them. And at that moment, right, the homeless people went to fucking cutting up. And I remember telling the homeless people, I'm looking at myself, telling them, and I'm like, hey, on this bus here, we all humans, and we all gonna have respect for each other. And if you got a problem with it, you can get off. Stern, just like that. And I remember everybody on the bus was like, yes, sir, and got quiet. I was like, man. So when they got off, all the people got off the bus, right? I remember David, he was in Vietnam. Shout out to David, man. David was in Vietnam. And David, as we riding back to our destination, David turned back and looked at me. He said, man, you know, he said, you could have been a sergeant, a major, you know, a lieutenant in the military. I say, man, why you say that? He say, man, it's just the way you demanded, you know, your presence. It just demanded and commanded attention. So bam, I jumped out that trance. I was like, man, come on, man. I say, look, man, I'm telling the angel of the Lord, I'm like, man, look, I had a job to do at that moment. I don't know what you talking about. He said, all right. All right. Bam, threw me in another trance. I see myself, right? They had a chick. She was over there by the Galleria, right? I'm on my way to work, but she done had that car accident. But her car is still movable. Right? I got my security fit on and everything. I got my vest on. So I get on, I run to the mama to see if she all right. She looks, she say, I'm okay, sir. I'm good. But she looking at me, and at this moment in time, I'm probably about like 5 months on semen retention. Right? Different term. But this time I'm 5 months on. I look at little mama. She looking at me, and I'm looking at her, and she looking at me like, it's something different about you. It's power. I feel power. So I'm looking at her, I'm like, maybe she just looking like that because, you know, she just had this little accident. So I'm like, look, I need to get you across the street where you could be safe. Because right now in this traffic, you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So I walked out in the middle of the street. This is by the Galleria. Anybody in Dallas, Texas that knows where the Galleria is at, you know around that area is busy as fuck. You get your ass smashed like Frogger. So I'm in the middle of the street, and I put my hand out, and I'm looking at the light, and I see the light turn red, but nobody is moving. And I remember I directed little mama across the street. And when I got her across the street, she looked at me, and she could see, and she just like in this awe, like that's power. And I remember, as she got across the street, I put my hand down and I walked back to my car. No police car, no security car, my regular civilian personal vehicle. And I got back in, and I remember I looked over and I seen all the traffic started to move. To myself, I was like, that shit was powerful. What the fuck did I just do? And I remember I seen Dallas police, right? They was in the line, but I remember I was like, oh shit, he gonna get out and fuck with me. Right? Because that's a crime to impersonate a police officer. But he didn't. I remember I looked at him and he looked at me like, shit, you handling business. You shit, do your thing. Yeah, you doing it, you handling business. I was like, oh shit. So bam, I jumped out that trance. I'm like, all right, bro. All right, bro. I see what you're doing, bro. You were like, I'm trying to tell you, man. Like, I'm trying to let you know, man, when you on SR, bro, you in a different vibe, bro. People don't see you, bro. Like, you don't understand. I'm like, man. He said, you still don't get it. Threw me in another trance. Bam. I'm like, I see me walking around the park that I come in. And I got this Latino brother and his wife, right? This elderly Latino brother and his wife, right? And they always love to see me when I come, right? And the brother told me something. He said, man, I love to see you walk. I say, man, what's up with that? He said, man, when you walk around this park, you walk like a general. I say, huh? He said, yeah, man, you walk like a general. It's power when you walk. Angel threw me out the trance. Bam! I'm like, oh shit. He said, yeah, man. He said, I'm trying to tell you, man, people don't see you like that, bro. When you on SR, man. I'm like, damn, man. I'm like, shit. I'm like, all right. I'm like, shit. He say, man, you still don't get it. He said, we gonna do it in real time, though. I'm like, what you talking about? So as I hit him with the what you talking about, there's a vehicle on the side of the road. He say, pull over. He need help. So I pull over. And the dude standing outside of the vehicle. But at this moment, I'm not knowing he drunk as fuck. He's drunk as a motherfucker. So I say, hey, brother, I say, you need some help? He ain't say nothing. So I'm like, man, this nigga look crazy as hell. I'm like, Angel, I'm like, man, you sure I need to help this nigga? He say, be cool. Ask him one more time. I say, brother, I say, you need some help? So he began to walk to the car, and I'm watching how he walk, and he go to stumbling. Angel say he drunk, he needs you. So as he make it to my car, a chick got out the vehicle. I didn't know she was even in there. She come running up to the vehicle, and she say, please, we need help, and we out of gas, we need help. And she say, let me get in the car with you. I say, hold up, love. I say, that's your old man? She look at him. She hesitated for a moment. She said, he just my friend. I look over there at the brother. I see all the hurt. I see all the pain. I see all the frustration come over him, but he's so drunk he can't even really just react to it. So I looked at him. I say, brother. I say, is that your old lady? He looked at me. He's so fucked up, but he's so hurt and so distraught that he ain't even respond after. He couldn't respond after her response. He ain't know what to say. But at that moment, she backed away from the car because she realized, like, this ain't the average man. The average nigga would have let me inside. He ain't average. He asked him. So I looked at him. So she got away, backed away from the car. She went back to the vehicle and just sat in that bitch. Angel of the Lord say, yeah, man, you know, you on point. Yeah, you on point. So I looked at him. I say, man, what, you got a gas can, bro? He looked at me. He say, yeah, I got a gas can. I say, where your gas can at? So the angel of the Lord hit me. He say, you did good. You gained this trust. That's what soldiers do. I say, man, I hear you, bro. So I got out the car and I went to go get the gas can, right? I say, look, man, I say, how much money you got to put gas in? He ain't had nothing but $1. I say, look, man, I'm going to go. I say, you good. I say, I'm going to get you $10 of gas, bro. I'm going to come back and get you off this road. So I did that. Went and got the gas, came back, you know. And when I pulled back up, he more, I could tell, even though he drunk, the presence of the Lord was on me, that he done became militant a little bit. He standing up a little straighter, right? And he come up to me. I said, where your fun at, King? He get the fun out the back of the truck. And I say, hold it right there. He said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, at first, I was a nigga. But by I'm gaining this trust, I'm yes, sir now, right? General, right? So I pulled the gas in. So your mama, right? After I pulled the gas in, she choosing, right? Because women love power, right? She choosing. What is your name? So I told her my name. I'm Tay. I see her smile all through her eyes. So the brother went to get inside of the driver's seat. I say, hey, bro. I say, look. I say, hold up, bro. Before you drive off, I looked at her. I say, you could drive? You know how to drive? She say, yeah, I know how to drive. I say, hey, are you on his level? She say, no. I'm scanning her. That's all right. That's what you do. You scan. I'm scanning her. I say, yeah, you ain't on this level. I say, hey, you come over here and you drive. I say, so y'all make it to y'all destination safe. I say, brother, go ahead and get over there on that passenger side. He looked at me. He didn't argue with me. He didn't fight with me. He didn't do none of that. He said, yes, sir. He got out the car. I walked him around to the passenger side. And I say, y'all good now. I say, man, y'all make it to y'all destination safe, you know. So she say, she called my major name, right? She said, God is good. I said, yeah, he is. Right? I said, y'all make it safe. So, bam, they drove off. I got back in my car, right? So the angel of the Lord was like, look, you don't see? You don't see, General? You don't see? I'm like, man, I feel you, man. You say, that's what the lesson gonna be today. We gonna do this lesson on enlisting in the army of the Lord. Because the rest of these niggas, right, that don't want to enlist inside of the army of the Lord, guess what? They're going to the United States military. Right? They don't want to get in line right now. They about to get drafted and go inside of the United States military, and they gonna become they gonna still become soldiers, but they just gonna be soldiers on the opposing force. Right? Right? I want to show another video right quick of the degeneracy on why. Now look at her. That's a baby. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Working on the baby. Working on the baby. Draft ready. She ready to go to the draft right now. She ready to go to the draft right now. You know, all you niggas out there, you YNs, gang, you ready to go to the draft right now, man. You know you draft ready right now. And that's just what it is, bro. You are draft ready, right? All you niggas that say you know the Bible, right, is written by a white man. It's the white man book. You draft ready. Yeah, you ready to go fight in the opposing force. You understand me? Yeah, man. Look, man. All you bitch ass Christians out there that still calling on Jesus, you draft ready. You draft ready. Right? All you niggas out there that I'm Muslim, you draft ready. You ready to go fight part of the opposing force, right? Cause you ain't in the army of the Lord, right? You ain't in the army of the Lord. All my millennials out there, right? All my generation X out there, right? That feel in their mind, oh man, you know, I'm old, man. They ain't gonna draft me. They gonna draft all the little young. That's what you got in your mind, right? You just don't know that draft coming for you too. Right, but since you ain't in the army of the Lord, since you don't want to be disciplined right now, right, because there's a lot of niggas that's my age, right, that's in their 30s, that's still moving like they motherfucking 21 and 22. You ain't in the army of the Lord. There's motherfuckers right now saying, America, Israel, you draft ready. You getting ready to go to the draft. Right? You getting ready to go to the draft. Right? Let's start this lesson. Right? Enlisted in the army of the Lord. I got the chat with me, as you could tell, right? Enlisted in the army of the Lord, right? Preparing the body and the spirit for war, right? The Lord is raising spiritual soldiers, and a soldier must develop discipline, self-control, and mastery over the flesh. The Lord is the Lord is a man of war. Excuse me. Exodus 15:3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Yahweh is his name. Right? If you looked up that word Lord and see how it's in all capital letters, in the Greek it says Yahweh. Right? Breakdown. The God of the Bible is not self. All you motherfuckers out there talking about, oh, God is a woman. You draft ready. You going over there to fight against the real God. He is a warrior king. Right? And y'all got enough sense to see that. Meaning, his kingdom is established through war and judgment. His followers must be warriors spiritually. The Lord is raising up men who will fight for truth and righteousness. Right? The elect are soldiers. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3 through 4. Right? Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua. Right? No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life. Right? Breakdown. A soldier must endure hardship, discomfort, and discipline. A man consumed by lust, pleasure, women, and entertainment cannot be focused on the spiritual war. Right? The elect are separated and disciplined men. Right? My brother Pone let it be known, you know, when you go into the military, right, you separated from the civilians. Right? Number 3, the elect move in order like an army. Joel 2:7. 2:7-8, right? They shall run like mighty men. They shall march everyone on his ways. They shall not break their ranks, right? Break down. The Lord's army moves with order, structure, discipline, not chaos. A soldier must control his mind, his emotions, his flesh, right? I remember I was watching this drill sergeant, right? I was watching some boot camp videos on YouTube, and the drill sergeant ended up catching this guy and this female fucking, right? And boot camp. Man, he had them people, man, doing so many push-ups and sit-ups. And he wasn't even talking to the female. He was talking to the dude. He say, soldier, I'm saving your life right now. I'm saving your life. He said, see, if your mind focused on pussy, you gonna get killed out there. Your mind focused on lust, you gonna get killed out there. I'm saving your life, soldier. The female over there, she stuck, she hurt. He wasn't even concerned with her. Cause he knowing already, you the male, you gonna get put on the front line. Right? Be honest with you, the military ain't a place for a woman, and the soldier already know it. Right? The drill sergeant, he already knew that. He knew it. Spiritual warfare. Right? Ephesians 6:11-12. Put on the whole armor of God, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Chad didn't finish the verse, but you guys should be very familiar with that verse. As many times as I have broken down. Breakdown, right? The real war is against spiritual wickedness, deception, and evil systems. The armor of God is truth, righteousness, faith, and knowledge. Weak men cannot wear this armor. A lot of you Christian men out there can't wear this armor. Right? You don't want truth. You still calling on Jesus. You don't want truth. You still calling on God. Right? Some of you guys that came across the videos and know that God's name is Yahweh, knowing that the Son name is Yahweh Shai. Right? You stuck in your ways. You ain't enlisted in the army of the Lord. So you gonna get drafted. Right? Let's continue. Discipline over the flesh. 1 Corinthians 9:25-27. Every man that's striving for mastery is temperate in all things. Breakdown. The word temperate means self-control. A soldier must master lust, gluttony, laziness, pleasure. Paul literally says he kept his body under control. See, the military even know this. Right? The military know this. You're not going inside of the United States military weighing 300 pounds, right? You're not doing it. If they do let you in, which a lot of y'all they are gonna let in, they gonna work your motherfucking tongue out your goddamn mouth. By the time you get done running and doing push-ups and sit-ups, you gonna lose that weight so motherfucking quick. You gonna look like a demigod when they get done with you. Right? But the Lord gonna send you over there, because while you got the opportunity to be in his army, you don't want to exercise these principles. So he want to fight against you. Right? All you niggas out there talking about the Lord ain't gonna show up in no UFO. That nigga Taz tripping. You about to get drafted. The Lord want to fight against you. He want to put you to death. Let's continue, right? All you motherfuckers, hold up, let me continue. All you motherfuckers that's over here that's gonna get left over here and get a chip. That's why the Lord gonna fight against you when he come. He gonna hit you with them beams. Put you to death. You an opposing force. Number 6, right? Strength comes from discipline. Proverbs 25 and 28. He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. Break down. If a man cannot control himself, he is spiritually defenseless. Self-control is a spiritual armor. Right? Let's go to the Apocrypha. Right? The elect are tried like warriors. 2nd Ezra 16 and 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Right? A lot of us, right, we go through shit, right? Those of us that are enlisted in the army of the Lord. If you don't see my retention right now, man, right? It's a battle. You already at war. You warring with yourself. It was a war. It was a battle for you to delete Instagram off your phone. Right? It's a battle for you not to call your little spoogie knowing that you can knock her off. Right? It's a battle to turn them hoes down that be giving you choosing signals. Right? Or to turn your head. It's a battle for you, you know, not to go on one of the porn sites and watch your favorite porn star. Right? It's a battle. You already at war. Right? It's a battle for you to fast. It's a battle for you to pray. It's a battle. You already at war. You already enlisted inside of an army. That's why you're going to turn down the United States military army, because you already know I'm part of the Lord's army. And my Lord is coming back to battle your army. Right? Break down. The Lord tested soldiers just like the military training. Not the military training, right? Pressure, hardship, discipline separates the strong from the weak. Right? A lot of niggas over here weak, low testosterone. That's why the Lord sending them over. He gonna draft them out and send them to the United States military. Why? Because I need them motherfuckers to be built up when I show up and put them to death. I want strong. I want to fight against strong men, not no weak ass pussies. Number 8, wisdom teaches temperance. Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 7. She teacheth temperance and prudence, justice and fortitude. Break down. Wisdom creates discipline, courage, and strength. These are soldier attributes, right? See, when you on SR, man, you get that sense about you, get that intuitive sense, right? That intuition. You can sense. This is why the military don't allow fucking over there. Don't allow porn, right? They need you to be ready for when you go out there on that battlefield. You can pick up. You can feel that they got danger over there. You can feel they got somebody pointing a rifle at me. I can feel it from that direction, right? You can feel it. Let's continue. The body must be strong. Sirach 30 and 14. Better is the poor being sound and strong of constitution. Break down. A man serving the Lord should pursue strength, health, and endurance, because soldiers must be ready for battle. You must be battle ready. Right? You on SR, man. Ain't no such thing. You on semen retention and you ain't working out. Ain't no such thing. Ain't no such thing. Right? Your mind automatically get rebooted. I asked Paul, I say, Paul, when you was in, when you was up in, you know, going through boot camp, man, what y'all was eating on? He say, man, we was only eating, you know, healthy shit. Nothing unhealthy. Only healthy food. No junk food, none of that. Only healthy food. I say, He said, but Taz, after about 2 to 3 weeks, he said, man, I felt so good. He said, I felt so good, bro. I said, you did? But when you on SR, you automatically jump in that mode, right? Same time frame, about 2 to 3 weeks. You find yourself, man, you know, I want me a salad today. You know what, man, I don't know why, but I just want some strawberries. I want some fruit. I don't know why, but I just want it. You get by like my boy Perry. I just want to work out. Right? You started out, you were doing only 20 push-ups. Now you doing, hit them 20. You're something inside of you say, man, you know what, I could do 20 more. You doing up 20 something else? Hit, I can do 20 more. Let's continue. Semen retention and discipline, teaching connection, right? Let's go. That really was for me. Scripture constantly emphasizes temperance and mastery over the body. A man constantly giving in to lust weakens his focus, weakens his discipline, weakens his spirit. That's why that drill sergeant was telling him he was saving his life. Why? Because you go over there to North Korea, you go to Iran, you go over there to Afghanistan, you go to Iraq, right? And you see some pretty women over there. Guess what? You'll lose your motherfucking life chasing that pussy. But a man practicing restraint develops strong discipline, right? Sharper focus and a stronger presence, right? That's why when you're on semen retention, you walk in stones, people just automatically turn and look your direction. Why? Because you got the presence of a soldier. Ancient warriors practiced sexual discipline before battle. Why? Because it increases focus, aggression, strength, mental clarity. This is part of mastering the flesh. See, you YNs gonna have to do this anyway. You just don't want to do it for the Lord. That's why the Lord's sending you over there. Right? He making you battle ready. Because you're going to have to fight him. Right? Next one. Let's continue. Samson example. Judges 16 and 17. There have not come a razor upon my head, for I have been a Nazarite unto God. Right? Samson was he was battle ready. Samson had a vow of discipline, but when he became a slave to lust, he lost his strength, right? Lust weakens warriors. King David, the ultimate warrior of the Lord. 1 Samuel 18 and 7, KJV. Saul have slain his thousands, and David his 10,000s, right? Breakdown. King David represents the model of a man of the Lord. Warrior, disciplined, courageous, spiritually connected. David was not just a king, he was a battle commander. 1 Samuel 17 and 45. Thou comest to me with a sword and with a spear, but I come to thee in the name of the Lord of hosts. Which means David was saying, I don't give a fuck about your gun. I don't give a fuck about your pistol. I don't give a fuck about your sword. I got the Lord with me. You can have all that. And by me having a hedge of protection and the Lord with me, none of that shit will faze me. The Lord will put a spirit on me. I'll break your motherfucking neck in half. Right? You'll shoot, nigga. And every shot you take, the bullets will go around me. Alright? The military know this. Breakdown. When David faced Goliath, he was young, he had no armor, he faced a giant warrior, but he had faith and courage. This is the mentality of a soldier of the Lord. Psalm 144 and 1, right? Not the elect, right? Psalm 144 and 1. That's crazy. Blessed be the Lord, my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. Right? Y'all thought God was just soft. Y'all thought Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua was soft. Y'all thought who y'all called Jesus soft. Y'all don't know that man that y'all calling Jesus, real name Yahushua, when he show up, he's showing up as a commander, as a general. He coming to put death here. Right? Breakdown. David understood something powerful. The Lord himself trained them for war. See, we that's on semen retention right now, right? We that's praying, fasting, right? We reading. We ain't entertaining these hoes right now, right? Yeah, we see these hoes. Even in our mind, we say, man, that bitch bad. But that's as far as it goes sometimes. Yeah, you might slip off on the Reddit channel, on the Instagram, watch that hoe for a little minute, bounce her head, but you jump out, my love. Let me say back. Let me say back. You call for war. Right? You already enlisted inside of the army of the Lord. Right? Meaning warriorship is a divine calling. See, that's where I was getting into. The Lord is our major. The Lord is our general. Right? That's our major and our general. Right? That's our drill sergeant. Right? You wonder why that semen retention video popped up on my feed. Your drill sergeant gave it to you. The Lord. Right? Why I'm going through all this shit? Your drill sergeant got you going through it. Your major got you going through it. Your commander, your general, the Lord got you going through it. He building a soldier. Discipline and battle readiness are part of the serving the Lord. David wrote many songs while being a warrior king, while he was on semen retention. David had spiritual knowledge, physical courage, discipline, leadership. A soldier of the Lord must develop all four qualities: spiritual knowledge, physical courage, discipline, and leadership. You must have all four. You must remember these scriptures, right? You must not be afraid. Semen retention, you ain't afraid. You ain't afraid on SR. Something inside of you when you see wrong make you stand up. Hold up, that ain't right. Right? Something inside of you make you feel like I'm being called to duty. Masculinity and strength in scripture, right? 1 Kings 2:2. Be thou strong therefore and show thyself a man. Right? Because before you're a soldier, you got to be a man first. Before you're a king, you got to be a man first. Before you anything, you must be a man first. Right? Break down. Biblical manhood means courage, strength, discipline, responsibility. The scripture never promote weak masculinity. Right? They encourage men to be strong and bold. That's what the scriptures encourage you. That's why women hate the Bible. Right? Because they want effeminate men. But when you go at the Bible, and they even, when they read it, they're like, oh, if my man read this right here, he gonna change, yeah. That's why men don't go to church. Not saying they're not reading the Bible, but when they read their Bible, the church foundation is not equal to what they reading. Why? Because the church is effeminate. 99% of the men going to church getting ready to die. I said it. 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 13. Watch ye, stand fast in the faith, quit you like men and be strong. Quit you like men means act like men. Stand firm, do not fold under pressure. Connection to discipline and masculine strength. Right? When a man practices self-control and restraint, posture improves, confidence rises, focus increases, discipline grows. A man who constantly drains himself through lust becomes mentally foggy, tired, unfocused, weaker in discipline. But when a man controls his body, he becomes warrior-minded. That's why you feel like a soldier when you on semen retention. Right? This is why the scriptures repeatedly emphasize temperance, self-control, and discipline. Those are the traits of soldiers. That's why the military wants you in this form. But as a soldier of the Lord, you got to determine, and you're going to have to decide who you fighting for. So when this draft come, you better pull off an Ali. You better tell that commanding soldier or that drill sergeant or that you better tell the United States military, that general, when they pull up on you, I'm already in the army. I'm in the army of the Lord. And whatever come with that, it come with that. Because anybody that go fight in this draft, in this military, when he run, you're going to have to fight the Lord when he show up. Let's go. 2nd Ezra 13:3. And I behold, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. That's the Lord. That let you know I was on point. I ain't even know that was about to come up. But this is the Lord when he show up to fight y'all over there in Jehoshaphat. And come over here when he get done killing y'all, he gonna come to America and kill every motherfucker about it over here. Except for his elect. Because by that time they all got chips. They sent their androids, cyborgs. Weak. This prophecy speaks about the Messiah leading a heavenly army. The righteous will be part of that army, meaning the men of the Lord are being prepared right now. That's why you won't see more retention. That's why the general Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, led you to semen retention. Made it pop up in your news feed on your YouTube channel, right? Made you bump into somebody like me, right? In your real life, that told you about semen retention, right? Or put you in prison for a little time period, made you stop fucking for a minute, then bump into somebody like me, bring it back to your remembrance, right? You're a soldier in his army. 2nd Maccabees 15:27. So fighting with their hands and praying unto God with their hearts. Breakdown. This verse shows something deep. The warriors of Israel fought with their hands in battle and their hearts were God. Which means when they went out there, before they went out there to war, they prayed. They prayed. Lord, lead us in this battle, Lord. Take over my body as I fight these motherfuckers. Right? You control my hands. That's why every lick that a motherfucker gave when they fought against the Greeks during this time with the Maccabees, the Greeks were like, what the fuck? It felt like God whooping my ass. Meaning they were both warriors and spiritual men. Another powerful, right, warrior verse, right? Sirach, which is also Ecclesiasticus, right, in the Apocrypha. Sirach 4:28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. Breakdown. This is the mindset of a soldier. A soldier must be ready to stand for truth, endure hardship, and face danger. The Lord fights for those who stand firm. Ain't no pussies in the Lord, army. My final scripture, Isaiah 42:13. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. The Lord love war. He ain't mad with the United States going over there fighting Iran. Y'all is. Because y'all pussies, y'all bitches. The Lord the one that got him doing it. The Lord say, I love war. He the one that got Russia and China war ready. The Lord said, when I show up, I don't want to fight no bitches. I want to fight men. I don't want no bitches in my army. I want men. Breakdown. At the end, the Lord will return as a warrior king. He ain't coming back as no pussy. He ain't coming back as no bitch. He's coming back as a warrior king. General. A commander. I ain't lying. All you pussy ass niggas, God is a woman. You gonna get put to death. Lord gonna send your stupid ass over there. Cause he wants you to be war ready. He gonna draft you. He wants you to be war ready. So when he show up, he gonna make sure he got a scope on you just to, bow, get your dumb ass out of here. Stupid motherfucker. Men who train themselves through discipline, self-control, wisdom, and strength. We're going to end it. The Lord is assembling an army. That's what he's doing. That's why you on semen retention. That's why you fasting. That's why you praying. That's why when your little spook get called, you'll talk to her, but you ain't coming over there tonight, bitch. When you do a go over there, she try to touch on you, lay on you and shit. You know, baby, little bit, I gotta go, you. That's why you deleted the Instagram off your phone, right? That's why you went through your bookmarks, cleaning up all the little porn videos you had saved, right? That's why sometimes when you do slip back off in it, right, you got to shake yourself off and get back on. Right? Got to remind yourself, man, I'm on SR. What I'm doing, man? Right? You're a soldier in the army of the Lord. That's why you're doing it. Not an army of weak men, but men who have conquered lust, laziness, fear, the flesh. Men who discipline their bodies and sharpen their minds, just like David, just like the prophets. Because the kingdom of heaven will be established by warriors of righteousness, right? The kingdom of heaven gonna be on earth. When the Lord show back up, it ain't gonna be in nothing, ain't gonna be in no motherfucking sky. Like your puss ass preacher like to preach about. It's gonna be right here on earth. The 144,000 men gonna be immortal on earth. Okay? Ain't nobody going inside of the United States military, right? And getting Purple Hearts and shit if you ain't put the fucking work in. Same with the Lord and the glorious bodies. You ain't over here doing semen retention, praying and fasting. The fuck you look like getting a glorious body? An immortal body. Never. So on that note, fellas, have your mind war ready out here. Right? And if you don't want to be war ready and fight in the army of the Lord, be prepared for the Lord to send you, right? And I don't give a fuck where you at in the world right now. You could be in China. You could be in Russia listening to me. Because the Israelites are everywhere. If you don't want to fight in the army of the Lord, be prepared for the Lord to send you in one of those armies. Right? Because the draft is here. You will be drafted. Because the Lord is not, he don't want to fight against weak motherfuckers when he show up. He want to fight against strong, healthy motherfuckers. So when he puts you to death, his power will reign. And on that note, I hope y'all have a blessed day. And I hope Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh shall cover y'all. Until I see y'all again in the portal, stay blessed. I'm out.